So we have two different kinds of trimmers. We have the one that has the wider T head, and then we have the gold one that has the narrow T head. They both are pretty similar in mechanics. You'll see that there's two screws up here. You also see that there's two screws up here. In order to take them apart, you're going to take these two screws off, these two screws off. I recommend that you use a manual screwdriver or a screwdriver that you'd use for electronics or glasses. I have one that I use for electronics, but any screwdriver that will fit with the star head, the Phillips head, you'll just have to make sure you can fit it into the size here. I would not use a power drill or a power screwdriver because you may ring the screw hole or the threads that are in your trimmer. So please use manual. So in order to take your trimmers apart, you're going to find your hole here, push in firmly, and you're going to screw out. Okay? As you can see, I'm doing that for this one. You want to push in and screw out. All right? For this one, same thing. Push in and screw out. All right. Once you unscrew the tops, you'll notice that there's different mechanics for both, but they're pretty much the same kind of machine. They both operate on a circling nose that goes into the cutting blade right here and vibrates it and does that. Same thing here. This blade turns around, this motor turns and it goes into this part right here, and then it shivers this or vibrates it, and that's what makes the blades, do the cutting motion. All right. Next thing you'll notice about them is they have spring action, right? So this spring installs into here, and then it plugs into basically the blades, and it's going to hold your blades firm as this part is turning. So this is kind of the steady guidance arms. You'll notice the same thing on these, but it's built into these. As this thing is turning, these guidance arms are keeping this thing steady and straight and still. All right. So I'm going to show you how to put these back together. Now, I will let you know that once you take these apart, you've voided any warranty that you have with this product. Once you've used them, you've voided any warranty with these products. But I know some of you are trying to zero gap your blades or modify your blades, and maybe you don't have much experience in mechanics. So I'm just showing you how to put your trimmer back together. I am not showing you how to do anything else with your trimmer, as it may be unsafe and it will void your warranty, and we do not want an insurance claim. Let's start with this trimmer. You'll notice that the blades here, there's a cutting blade. This is the blade that actually cuts your hair. And then there's a guide blade. So how this mechanics works is this thing slides along here. All right, it's always important to get oil in between here so that this thing doesn't get rusty or old. As you'll notice, there's oil here from previous use. So when you are using or you take apart your blade, it's always important to make sure that this is oiled up so that there's a very nice fluid motion. All right, because that is how it works. You'll notice hair gets stuck in here and it clips it. All right, so you'll notice that there's a rail here and then there's an attachment here, and basically you just attach it. Very easy stuff. All right, it doesn't hold together. You'll have to hold it together with your arm. All right, so just put this aside here. Next thing you're going to do is you want to look for your spring. All right, you'll notice that there is a part behind this golden part that you can plug your spring into. All right. You notice that the spring fits here in these two holes. So you'll want to find the groove where the spring clips in, and you'll also want to look to see where this piece hangs on the clip. So you see that clip? You want to make sure that it's on the clip. And then you want to make sure that your springs are sitting in these two little areas where they can sit. All right? Once you've situated the spring back into the plastic clip piece, you just hold on right here, and then you want to take your blade that's put together and you want to basically match back up with where the screws go in. All right, so you'll notice that I'm matching it back up, and then I'm also matching where the spring goes in to the actual product. You see how this has grooves here and the spring sits right in these grooves? You're gonna want to match that up. All right, so once again, you make sure that this spring is clipped in. You hold it with one hand, and then you want to make sure that the spring lines up with the two grooves here and here, and you want to make sure that your holes are lined up with the screw holes here. So you'll notice that I lined it up, and I've also lined it up here. If you've matched everything up correctly, you'll notice that this golden piece will find its way in the center here. The two clips will catch onto the spring, and then your holes will be lined up here. So once you've done that, that's when you can go ahead and grab your screws, and you want to just place them into the hole, and then you want to take your screwdriver and you want to just get them fitted into there. Just get them fitted into there so that you don't have to stress your fingers out. Alright, so you see, I'm going to double check my work. The spring is set in. The piece is here. I'm going to push it down more firmly now that I have my screws set up. And I'm going to go ahead and permanently screw that back in. Once you've screwed the screws in, you'll notice that everything will be back up tight. And you'll notice that these are in the grooves. The rotating motor piece is in its middle groove. You'll notice that the clip is back here clipped in, and these two are in their grooves. And you'll notice this thing will turn inside of this middle piece, and the spring will be in here, and you're good to go. One thing I'll check before you start cutting hair, you want to make sure that this blade is not further than this blade. This blade should be behind this blade, all right? Or it should be at the exact level, all right? A good way to check this is by running your finger like this, and if you cut your finger, you scratch your finger too much, then that means that this blade is above this blade, and you're gonna cut yourself if you cut like that. So you gotta make sure that these are even, all right? Even, or this one is behind this guard blade. All right, so that's that version of that trimmer. Let's move on to this trimmer. You'll notice that it has the same mechanism here that turns, all right, and that thing basically fits itself inside of this hole right here, and it turns very quickly, and it vibrates and makes this thing do this. All right, so what we're going to want to do, if you were to take this apart Let's just say that you took it apart. You'll see that the springs have situated themselves into these grooves right here. This one is much easier to work with. You see it pops into that groove, pops into that groove. So let's just say you have taken this apart and you have no idea what you did. All right. To take this apart, you can go ahead and unscrew these two screws. All right. Once you unscrew these two screws, you're going to notice that there's a spring holding that product together. That spring is attached to this clip piece, and then you have this guide bar and the cutting blade. All right, so remember before, the guide bar goes against here like the last one, and it vibrates and it cuts here. All right, so to put this back together, you're gonna have to find the two corresponding pieces, and you want to attach it to the two holes here, kind of like Legos. You see it fits. All right, once you have this, you're ready to begin to bring back these pieces as well. So let's just say your spring had come off of this piece. You want to make sure that your spring goes in where you see this groove. You want to pop it back in, and you'll notice that the spring goes right into this groove here. All right, so just make sure that it actually pops in. And then you're ready to go to start to attach the next pieces. So now we're going to work with getting the cutting blade and this piece back together. Remember, I had just taken out the spring. All right, this piece right here is basically what the cutting blade uses to guide itself. All right, and you'll notice that this square piece fits perfectly in the cutting blade area. All right, so now you have that piece here that attached to the cutting blade. You attach it here like a Lego basically, and then you have this flat piece and you put it here. So now you have like a sandwich of three pieces, right? Don't forget you have your spring, which is a very critical part. Your spring is going to fit into this part here. You see the groove here? Let's just get this in. I'm going to push it in until it meets that groove here. Let me just show you all angles. You notice that it's in that groove, and then you just want to push and make sure that the spring has sat itself into the two grooves over here. All right, so you've kind of gotten past the hardest part of putting this back together. You had to put these four pieces together to basically build back the cutting blade. Now you're ready to take the cutting blade assembly and put it against the guide blade. You want to match it up as even, and then you also want to match up the screw holes right here. Okay, so at that point you want to just place the screws in, and you want to lightly start screwing in one of them. All right, you're going to notice that this is going to have some play. You just want to make sure that the guide blade is in front of the cutting blade, or they're at least even. if this piece is ahead of this piece, if you can see the cutting blade in front here, then you're going to cut yourself. So just make sure that this blade is behind this blade. And you can do that by rubbing your finger like this. And if you feel that there's a very rough teeth scratching your hand, then that means that this blade is way too far forward. All right. So a good way I like to check is I just normally do this so that I know that they're even. And once I do that against a flat surface, I know they're even. I screw in my screws tightly. All right. So make sure you check out your blade. Make sure that this blade is not ahead of this blade, or else you'll cut yourself. Make sure they're at least even, and the best way to do that is to put it together when you have it flat against a table you finish your screwing. All right, so now that I have my assembly back together, now you have the main trimmer. Once again, this piece turns in a circle, right? It's a motor, and that motor is going to find itself inside of here, and then that's going to turn it. You see, it's going to turn this area and vibrate it, and it's going to do the cutting. So you're just simply going to push this into this middle piece here, and then you're going to find the screw holes. All right. Make sure that they're matched up. There we go. All right. I wouldn't over tighten this, but just make sure that it's in there until, you know, it stops and it's giving you a little give, and it's kind of secure. That's where you want to stop. You don't want to ring the holes. So now that it's in, it runs. All right. Good to go. Remember, it's good to put oil into this area and into the blade area. All right. So those are the two types of trimmers and the way that they're put together assembly-wise. I hope that this has been helpful. Please send us any messages at info@thecutbuddy.com and visit thecutbuddy.com for our products. Take care. Thank you.